Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Wonder with Ilan. I talk about life-changing ideas for positive transformation through the filter of history. I'm an architect turned lecturer turned part-time YouTuber now. In this video, I'm going to talk about how Sky, as humanity's first system, transformed the way our ancestors lived to cherish a disciplined and stress-free lifestyle. And if you are someone who is looking to transform your life, this video could be a calling for you. When you look closely at ancient civilizations, you don't just see temples and monuments, but rather you see patterns, you see structures, you see orders. And if we really learn to see what they were really doing, we can rebuild order in our own lives. And today, we begin with sky. We often imagine ancient people looking at the sky in awe, but what if they were really looking at it in discipline? Across continents, humans tracked sunrise positions, lunar cycles, star appearances, and seasonal shifts. Not because it was mystical, but because chaos was unbearable and the sky gave them something really powerful, which is predictable repetitions. And repetitions create systems. Let's pause here. In today's world, what overwhelms us most? Not lack of information, but lack of structure. Ancient people didn't have any productivity apps, but they had only the sun. They did not have planners, but they only had the lunar cycles. The sky was their organizing framework. It was their first system. Let me tell you something more interesting. Before mathematics, before physics, before engineering, humans were already doing something really extraordinary. They were recognizing patterns. And pattern recognition is the foundation of both civilization as well as modern AI. Today, artificial intelligence works by identifying patterns from large data sets. Humans did the same thousands of years before, but without machines. They tracked repetition, they noticed correlation, they trusted cycles, and that is system thinking. And here is the deeper lesson. A life without pattern becomes reactive. A life built on pattern becomes organized. Ancient civilizations survived primarily because they aligned themselves to the recurring structure, not emotions, not impulse, not urgency, but structure. And here is the most uncomfortable modern truth. Most of us live based on our mood and not on systems. Life in ancient times was so much uncertain. There were flood, drought, famine. And when uncertainty increases, anxiety increases. And when anxiety increases, stability decreases. So what did the ancient people do? They anchored themselves to something much more stable, like the sun, moon, and the star. The sun rises every morning, the moon cycles every month, and the stars return every season. And when everything else feels fragile, predictability becomes psychological stability. And this is where your life connects. If your days do not have any rhythm to it, then your mind is not stable. You lack psychological stability if there is no rhythm to your everyday life. Let me give you a simple example. If you wake up at a different time every morning, if you check your phone before your feet touches the floor, if you rush through the morning without a proper structure, if you decide your priorities based on urgency and not intention, your day becomes reactive. Emails dictate your focus, notifications dictate your attention, and deadlines dictate your mood. You're not living by a system, but you're basically responding to impulses. And when your day has no rhythm, your mind absorbs chaos. Ancient people understood something we often ignore. Structure reduces anxiety, rhythm reduces fear, and alignment reduces noise. They organized their life around predictable cycles, and we organize our life around unpredictable interruptions. And that is why one feels grounded and the other feels restless. When ancient people trusted cycles, something changed. They stopped merely surviving, they started planning. And when you plan ahead, something small but powerful happens. You stop just reacting, you start preparing. And when you prepare well, you don't just have enough, you will always have a little extra. And that extra is really important and makes a massive change. When there's extra food, you're not afraid of tomorrow. When there is extra time, you think beyond today. And when there's extra energy, you build, create, and teach. That little extra is what gives that stability. And when a society is stable, people will stop worrying only about survival. They start creating art, they start creating homes very carefully, they start thinking about the future, and they teach their children. That is how a culture begins. When culture grows strong and organized, civilization takes shape. So, civilization did not begin with monuments, it began with preparation, it began with systems. It began the moment people trusted patterns and planned ahead instead of dwelling in fear. The life advice hiding in history here is you do not just build a meaningful life through intensity, but you build one through repeatable systems. A morning system, a learning system, a financial system, a health system. Remember, emotion fluctuates, but systems endure. Let me ask you something quietly. What is your sky? What do you anchor yourself to? Is it social media notifications, external validations, short term excitement, deadlines? If these are your sky, I'm pretty much sure your life will always feel reactive. Your mood will change with every notification, your focus will shift with every demand, and your direction is purely dependent on other people's urgency. And that is not rhythm, that is noise. Ancient civilizations became powerful because they reduced chaos. They replaced reaction with repetition, and that is the system lesson hidden in the sky. The sky was humanity's first system. So, what can be your sky? It can be a morning wake up plan, an evening plan where you digitally wind off and then spend time with yourself. It can be journaling, a health plan, a meal plan, simple anchors, right? A simple anchors, repeatable anchors. Trust me, when you have these anchors in a day, your mind feels more stability. And when your mind has more stability, your life gains direction. Perhaps modern anxiety is not a result of lack of information, but modern anxiety is a result of lack of alignment. Alignment with patterns, alignment with rhythms, alignment with structures. Maybe ancient civilizations understood something very simple. When you cannot control the world, you rather align yourself to something steady. This is Wonder with Ilan. Let's keep building together. See you in the next video. If you enjoyed this episode, please like it. Leave on comment section if you want me to specifically talk about something, and subscribe for more such videos, for more such episodes. Let's keep building together.